Hey, check. 1, 2. Hey. All right. I think this thing's working. Hold on. Let me switch scenes. So for the first part of this stream, I just need to watch sort of a video because I know what we're going to be doing tonight is using Apple's Mainstage program, which is their live offshoot of Logic Pro. And that's what I use as a lot of my soft synths and guitar sims and all that sort of thing. So tonight we're just going to be writing some songs, basically. I'm just going to kind of mess around with drums, and I want to do some Rhodes piano and maybe some bass guitar too. And I just kind of want to, I don't know, loop some ideas and try to write something good, you know? But I know how to operate a single Mainstage loop back, because usually I use Ableton to do all my looping, but I don't really want to fuss with it. I want to keep everything in one program, so we're going to watch some videos about how to loop in Mainstage, so kick back and enjoy. I know I've watched this one before, but it didn't really say much.
So now I'm going to show you an instance of using playback and loopback in a live performance.
And I can't remember if
My
you used
example
more
that
than
I'm using
one
is one of my
looper
own
or not.
compositions called Joni. And what I've got is I've got a loopback plugin hooked up to the clav, which you're going to hear at the beginning of the song. And then I'm going to trigger the playback plugin, which is a stem from my record consisting of a drum beat, some bells, and some strings, but no bass, because I'm going to be playing the bass with my left hand, and I'll be playing the piano with my right hand. I'll be using a split to do that. So let's open up the concert and get going.
Alright, so it looks like I'll have to assign some soft synth buttons and all that.
Deep in my darkest hour, that's when I feel the power. That's when I know nobody can hurt me. No one can hurt me.
So he's not looping.
Why don't you hand it?
So he only has one loop going so far, though.
Take a load off on your
He has one
shoulder.
playback track.
I think I can handle the weight of your worry. Weight of your worry, yeah. 'Cause you're alright, alright. I know I can tell you long. Used up company. Not gonna fight you, girl. No, I'm not like that girl. I'm not like other guys. Joni, don't act surprised if I say something like I want it.
I don't know how much of this I can take.
Down,
I think he's got more.
alright.
Is there actually a chorus part, or is it just the song?
Alright,
Just the song.
A membership to lynda.com unlocks this entire...
Well, we saw that the loopback's possible, I guess. But I sort of already knew that. I've watched this one. He only does one loop. It looks like Mainstage 1. That's old as shit. Wow, I'm really not finding one that looks that promising. What if I put like multiple... Let's see this one maybe.
Crab Fest is on at Red Lobster. Now this is
Oh
seafood.
boy. Everybody just goes
I'm
there for
Sam
the
Green,
biscuits, Red Lobster. Nobody likes
audioprepare.com,
your actual food.
and we're going to be taking a look
Get out of my
at
face.
Loopback with Meet Loopback, the name of today's video. And this is a kind of specific to Mainstage 3. There's a couple new features. We are going to take a look at them. So here we are in Mainstage, and I've got a pretty simple patch, and it's got the electric piano inside this concert, and there's not too much going on. Stripped everything out that I could. So what we're going to do is we're going to first set up a few things to make working with these tempo and position based plugins a little easier. So I'm going to come over to layout and
Damn, this is
grab
loud
a
as shit,
couple
isn't it?
text,
Let's turn that down.
parameter text controls, and pull them out onto my layout workspace. So then I'm going to map them at the concert level. So come up here and click on concert, and then I'm going to map them to, I'm going to create level. I am going to create a couple objects which are actually just going to be auxiliary channels with loopbacks in them. So this is just like another level that you can create things at and set different settings.
Sorry
at.
about my
So,
horrible
like, you
background
can,
noise.
create these mappings to show the beat count and the tap tempo at the concert level, and they work throughout all your other sections of your concert. You can create things that exist at the set level. So I'm going to create
Oh my god, you take
two
forever.
auxiliary of what's going on, and then you can
Alright, so
also
there's two channels
hit
of
this
loop
link,
back.
and I believe this will pop back and forth, yeah, between our two. So when you select the different ones here, you can see this up here is changing. So not really specific to loopback, but handy little tip there.
I didn't know
So
that. That's actually
let's
useful.
go ahead and route some things
What's up,
to
Summit
our
City? How's it
loopback.
going?
This is one other thing we have to do. Change this to be
Fill the fucking cup.
bus
Oh,
2,
holy shit.
and we'll be
Look at that
sending
thing.
audio
Oh my God.
on bus 2 to this loopback.
You destroyed it, man.
So let's take a look at loopback
It's like a
1
flood.
with our
Thanks for all
classic
that.
electric piano. So what you're going to have set up
hold on.
is a bit of a send.
I'm just watching these
instruments.
videos real quick because I'm
Bus 2.
looking to do some looping in Mainstage while I write some riffs for my new album tonight.
Silence.
So
You'll want
that's what I'm just learning how to do multiple loopbacks. I know how to do single loopbacks pretty easy, but
So
I know I want
one
to
setting
link
change we want to
some.
make on loopback is monitoring. We don't want to really hear
You spilled a little bit for sure.
feedback in the way
You went
I set it
crazy.
up. There are other ways to do it. This is how we're going to. So now when we play,
What's up, man? You good?
we don't see it.
So who'd you talk to anyways? Any of my friends actually gonna come out there?
Have everything flowing through.
So that's
here.
exciting.
I'm going to
Oh,
create
shit.
one more thing, a button that I'm going to map to a
It's just a live looper in this software I'm using. So I'm using an offshoot of Apple's Logic Pro software called Mainstage, and it's just a live performance app. So it has a bunch of software VSTs and stuff, like instruments and all that. But there's no way to record it. It's like a DAW without any linear arrangement view, basically. But you can have audio tracks with plugins and stuff. So that's what I use to play live, basically. It keeps all my stuff. Oh, my mic's cutting out? Damn. What's up with my stuff? Oh, it might be my stream, actually. Do you hear me now? It said my stream was unstable for a second there. Because I hear myself in the headphones pretty well. And I see myself on the meter. Gosh dang it. Hold on, I lost my chat window. Oh, there we go. But yeah, so tonight I'm gonna, here, I got all my shit set up, I'll show you. Oh, we're good now? Cool. uncover this. So here, once I get the main stage going, I'm gonna go over and start playing with all this stuff. But for now, you guys get to watch my YouTube screen. But I promise we'll get over there sooner or later. All right.
My controller here.
Back to the learning.
Machine drum pad. I'm just going to quickly map that, and then I'm going to assign this to the set level.
I'm not gonna watch.
Important to loopback 1. You can see I didn't see those loopbacks, which is what clued me in that I was in the wrong spot. So I'm going to say loopback.
So I need to make a button.
Transport, and then record. So
right.
now for my loopback, I will be able to press this button here and activate loopback recording.
Sweet.
So I will turn that off and bring my loopback up.
That seems really easy. I can do these things.
And you can see it's running along here. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to wipe out the loop that I just created with nothing in it, and we are going to take a look at the interface here. So
Wait, how
you
do
can
you
see we've
wipe
got
it
a play
out? Hold on.
loop that I just created with, and you can see it's running along here. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to wipe out the loop that I just created with nothing in it, and
Oh shit, I was
we're
watching
going
this,
to
the wrong screen again. I keep watching up here, but I
back
think
one.
he's
You
doing
can
it
see I
with
didn't
his
see
mouse.
those loop. Transport, and then
Yeah,
record.
yeah.
So now
Yeah.
for my loopback, I will be able to press this button here and activate loopback recording. So
So I got
I
that
will
part.
turn that off and bring my loopback up.
Sorry, I'm not a quick learner.
See, it's
I
running
guess.
along here. So I'm
Alright,
going to
so he
stop
clicks
it. I'm
that.
going to wipe
Oh,
out the
so he clicks that little
loop
button.
that I just created with nothing in it, and we are going to take a look at the
So
interface
do I need to
here.
have
So
that on a
let's see, we've
foot
got a play
controller
button
or
up here,
not?
and
Although I
a
guess
record
it's just
button,
really easy to make
and a
buttons.
metronome and our output. So we're going to be interested in this play one and the metronome really right now. So when you start loopback running with Mainstage, it's something you kind of don't have to think about very often with when you're doing other just playing keyboards or things like singing or playing your guitar through it. But in the background, Mainstage is running a internal
What's your
beat
trick?
clock. And this controls some third-party plugins and also some.
Oh,
built-in
is it the
plugins in
tempo
Mainstage,
trick?
Like loopback,
Like where you put BPM in the title?
playback, ultra
I use
beat.
that for my
So
lighting
plugins
rig,
that
actually.
need to have an awareness of where they are in time.
Oh shit. What happened to the...
Some third-party plugins and also some built-in plugins in Mainstage like loopback, playback, ultra beat. So plugins that need to have an awareness of
What the fuck is
where
he
they
talking
are
about?
in time and what the tempo is. So this beat clock gets that done. So we've got a tempo of
Oh, they're just
116
talking
set
about
up,
the
and so you can see that's
sync
played here as
tempo
well.
throughout
We've
all
got
of
4/4,
Mainstage.
that's our meter, and we've got an
Yeah,
unspecified
Get
length
to
for
the
our
fucking
I'm gonna
musicking.
leave it.
Alright, get to right before the music.
The measure. So let's see that happen here. I'm going to hit record.
Alright, so I have to hit a button, and then I have to not fuck up, and then I have to hit up
Take
another
the
button.
metronome off.
I can do
You
that.
can see we're still recording, so I can
Yeah, I don't like that.
go ahead and overdub a little bit. I could turn it off and I could just play over top.
Because this, I want my loop to go, but then I want to record in another loop. But I don't want to record over the same loop,
I can
like
also
in the same loopback module,
reverse.
because then I can't export it as individual tracks later.
And we can
I think I
undo.
just switched to another track with the loopback, and then...
Sometimes we can't undo. You never know when you're going to be able to undo. It's best to try and undo right after you've done something, of course.
What?
So we're going to stop.
You never know when you'll be able to undo.
You never know when you're going to be able to undo. It's best
Okay.
to try and undo right after you've done something, of course. So we're going to stop it. Oh, one more thing.
That's
We can
reassuring.
Have it fade out over the number of seconds we specify. So we can do a bar
Okay.
put, and you can adjust the volume. It actually didn't. a bit of practice to get exactly right, but you can see my tempo has been switched to 107, and practice to get exactly right. So it's kind of take like that. So we'll go. So it's kind of takes a bit of practice to get exactly right, but you can see my tempo has been switched to 107, and Mainstage has done a pretty good job with getting that right. And actually, it's not Mainstage doing it; it's kind of up to you to set the loop properly. So,
jeez, don't take all the credit.
We're still.
All right, is there anything else useful?
Another look at that. So it's been set to play
hell?
from a
Oh my
relative
God, there's
position.
graphs.
So if we were to have started it at the same point as L2 and it kicked off at bar 2 of the
Yes, things have length and they repeat.
backs,
This causes problems.
You may lose something. So
all right, I don't know. Let's go play with stuff. Oh shit. So text. How you doing? If you played a backing tracks, you can render your track mono and add click to it. Then you put it on the left in a stereo track. Then add a copy of the same track to the right without the click. Then I take left to right. Oh. Oh yeah. I actually do that, except. Well, yeah, you're right. You don't need the full session. But then you also lose stereo. So you're stuck with a mono mix in that case. But it's definitely like, if you just want to have an iPod or something and fucking have, super portability, that's awesome. Yeah, I have like the next step up, I guess, I have my laptop and then it spits out 2 stereo mixes. I have one that goes to my ears. It's just like 1 and 2 goes to the mains, 3 and 4 goes to my ears. And then 3 and 4 gets a click track that's muted in the other main send that goes to 1 and 2. I can show you that actually. So here, I'll show you my this is my laptop right now. I'm actually VNCing into it, but this is Mainstage. Like, here's one of my songs. You can see the playback module. So this is how I do my backing tracks. Here, I can actually show you right now. So give in click and then give in track. So if we play this guy here. I don't know. You got wild text. Oh, I see it on mine. I don't know, Twitch has been funky for people lately. So anyways, this is my playback track, and then you'll see this gets routed. Oh, let me get rid of this. Get out of here. How the hell do you... Oh, crap. Doing this remote Inception VNC stuff is a little bit iffy sometimes. I'm trying to, like, get to these tracks, because you can go farther over. But I don't seem to have any sort of scroll device that's popping up. Can I just drag this? Alright, this is getting ridiculous here. Just ridiculous. But anyways, you'll have to trust me. There's a master track over here for, like, send 1 and 2 and then send 3 and 4 for, well, they're not sends, they're the mix buses. And then this click track, it stays muted in the main mix, but then I throw a send right here. And it'll go to one of these, well, I usually have them set up in stereo buses or whatever, but it'll just take a send and then you throw this pre-fader. Oh, there it goes. So now you can see. Well, here it says aux 31, but I'll usually set this for like output 3.4. Just like here. There you go. So yeah, there's my 3.4 set, and then that goes to like my headphones. Yeah, but you're never gonna like replicate what you can get from source stereo by, you know, effects or whatever you're saying. So yeah, that's how I do that. 3.4, and then the track just plays 1.2 through the mains, and then it's all routed through my sound card. But I mean, yeah, that's a super like awesome idea that I know a lot of people use. Like a lot of awesome gigging musicians do that exact trick that you're talking about, because it works. It's awesome. Okay, so well, I'm gonna go over there and play with my music toys here. Let me change this up. Boom, okay. I'm gonna shut this mic off and I'll be over there in a second. Check. Hey. All right. Let's see, I sound a little bit lower in this mic, don't I? Yeah. Check. Hey. Give me that gain. Give me that sweet gain. You know I want it. Give me it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right there. Nice. Hell, this mic even has a gate on it. Like one of those fucking shitty gate. Check. Hey, check. All right, that's better. Yeah, I got my light fortress going here again. Oh yeah, dude. Is there anything worse than the friggin' which camera? I think I'm in this camera. Oh wait, I'm in like every camera. I forgot. But yeah, there's nothing worse than the fucking people who don't bring their own gear, dude. Like people who just like borrow a guitar, something every. Because if it's not a cable, it's a strap, or they broke strings. They don't have strings. Like that shit's just the most aggravating. But that's musicians for you, you know. Like some of the most talented musicians I know, like just never made it anywhere because they were just lazy, you know. How it is. Alright, so let's fuck with some shit. I'm so eloquent. Alright, so let's make one of these loop backs we're all talking about. Actually, I kind of don't want to use this session, but if I save as, I can name it something else. Just name it today's date. I hate coming up with names for these fucking things, especially like when I haven't written anything yet. It's like, what the hell? I don't know what I'm going to name it. Sunshine Daisy Rays? I don't know. But what if I write a sad song, not about Daisy Sunshine Rays? What do I do then? I guess I just rename it. Yeah, we're good. I need something so I can see chat. I only have like 2 screens in my immediate vicinity, but they're all taken up. Let me go grab my tablet real quick. Alright. That should work. Hey man, my entire band didn't show up. Can you just be my backing band? Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. So do you do a lot of like other booking other than just your show now? Or is it just mostly you like know a bunch of people because of you work in the audio industry and you've been doing the whole Sweetwater thing? Because you started out at Sweetwater, right? Or that's why you came there and then you got a different job, I thought. Like, my memory's horrible, by the way, so sorry if I got that all wrong. Alright, so I want to make a track. I'll make a new patch. Then in the set level, oh, we already have a lot of tracks. gonna do? What is all this shit? I have like a reverb and a delay, and the reverb is taking up like... Oh my god. Can't see the names. Oh, there we go. There's like small hall, small plate. The vocal, yeah, I need that, obviously. So that's my talk back. What is all... There are way too many channels for just a dumb old reverb. I don't think I'm using them, so... How about that? Get out of my face. I don't need you. Alright. Metronome will need that. I don't actually need this alt output. But yeah, this is like Mainstage's deal. Basically, you get like half the DAW. You get the mixer side of the DAW. Damn, now I'm coming in hot. Let's tone it down just a bit. Just a bit. Alright. Put a limiter on this thing, I guess. But I won't. Well, here, I'll put on this master. Just in case I do something wrong. Save some speakers. I don't know why it took me that long to figure out where dynamics was. Alright, limiter. Schlimiter. We can just do a preset, I hope. Let's see. Oh, those were the presets. Okay. Alright then. I don't know what true peak detection is, but why not? Check, 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 check. Yeah. Hey. Alright. Yeah, I don't need to do the gain. I just need it to stop clipping. Okay. We're good. That gate is really fast in its release. Like, really, really, really. Really, really, really. There we go. Oh yeah. Spent so much time fucking with the mic that I forgot what we were doing here. Where can I put this? Oh yeah, all those projectors and stuff. Yeah, that stuff's a lot of fun if you need it. If you gotta put up a flashy display of something, it's definitely useful to have all that stuff. I wish I had one TV. I'd put it like right in the center back here. I actually want to do that like once we get sick of our current TV. I'll probably just bring it down here. Alright, do channel strip. One audio. We'll just do mono, that's fine. Actually, no. Nothing I want to do is mono in this. So, I lied. One. Actually, it'd be instrument anyways. Keyboard one, sure, whatever. Then we actually want to make like 3. Well, yeah, let's do 3. Yes, I know they're at the concert level. No, dude. Alright. Loop back. Playback. Do I just like not see it? Journalist, no. Setting. What the hell? I've gotten it up here before. If I just select this track and go down here. No, this is the same stuff. Dude, what the fuck? How do you get the... Oh boy. Oh, here's playback. That's great. Oh, nice. Yeah, some of the show pics you put up on Discord that I've seen are pretty fucking sick. Like, what was that one where you had the like LED balls on the wall and it like spelled out the logo of the? I think it was like some sort of convention or something that you were at. That shit looked cool. I remember doing all that truss work, laying all those cables up in the truss. That stuff's a pain in the ass, but it's nice because usually those days involve like a decent lunch and some breaks and everything's scheduled out pretty well when you're at that professional level. But yeah, it sounds kind of like the regional sound company I used to work at. We were kind of around that, although our employee numbers were always floating because like we just kind of hire on people that like we knew were in the area at the time. And you know how it is. Just you're always looking for people to like set up stage decks or stupid shit like that. Alright, I'm gonna go Google how to get the friggin' loopback thing to show up. I mean, maybe I could just do help. Has help ever worked in a program ever? Probably. Probably being cynical. Give me the loop. Popping my peas. Oh, it's better. That pedal's so uncomfortable to stand by. I know I'm probably not going to use it, so no results. Okay, never mind. Alright, that's going to take forever. Yeah, I need more screens up here somehow. Like, I need a big one so I can watch chat. Alright, let's go into a browser here. Go to wherethefuckisloopback.com. Yeah. My poor laptop's pretty old. It's like a 2011 model. Yeah, that's some nice numbers there. My company didn't do that. All right. Mainstage 3 back. I feel like we just did this. Yeah, where can I find... Question number 1. I thought I looked in there. Oh, it's in delay? Oh, well, look how easy it is to find. You just go to Mainstage at the bottom of the menu that holds all the legacy plugins for some reason. And then go into delay, which is what a looper, well, I guess kind of is. But anyways, fuck you. But seriously, I'm not mad at myself anymore. Okay. No way in hell I would have found that. Mainstage. Oh, wait, where's the delay? in the wrong thing? Like, I just saw it on the other screen. What happened? Oh, I closed Chrome too. Well, it's got to be in here. Not drum kit design. These are all synthesizers. This is a synth. That's playback. Ultra beat. And these are all drum machines and other synths. I don't know what that is. It's just an oscillator. This is the same shit that's in the other menu. Like, this whole menu is the same exact stuff. I don't have the menu that was in the Apple document. What the fuck? Or is it because it's... I wonder I can't do it because it's not audio. Oh, I get it. Fuck. I'm just dumb, sorry. Alright. Now I do feel bad again. Oh, it's a religious festival, eh? Yeah, Indiana is what the market is, believe me. Like I said, I worked in Indianapolis. I lived there for like a year. But I grew up in Illinois, so it's not like I didn't know. We used to have to do Easter every year. It was like one of the worst gigs of the year. You have to come in at like 4 in the mornings. Everybody else gets there at 5 in the mornings. They're all church-going people, and they all like to get up at the crack of dawn. I mean, you're always doing early stuff at gigs anyways, but I don't know. This one just felt exceptionally early. Or usually, like, it's early, but you're the only ones there. Like, the client's not really there yet. You have all the time to set. It's just you and the building manager or whatever. But no. They're there at 5:30 in the morning asking you questions, blah, blah, blah. And you gotta do... I always had to do doing monitors for a bunch of, like, church soccer mom divas who they always wanted more of them, you know? And of course, like, they had, like, not good in-ears, but, like, the shitty in-ears, because, like, they needed to have in-ears because, like, more me, right? And I think somebody, like, sold them on in-ears as the answer to all their problems, but they just became all of my problems instead. Come on, you fucking tablet. Yeah, my setup is not optimal. Alright, sorry, I got sidetracked. Alright, let's set up a fucking anything. Well, I guess I have to set up an aux track. So let's set up what we want to play first. And I want to play a Rhodes. So here. Oh, sounds great. Yeah, I guess it's been a while since I really messed with Mainstage. I'm not as fast as I thought I was in this thing. Just fumbling around like a goof. Alright, what the hell? No, this isn't what I want. Usually you click here and then you can set what MIDI controller you use. I don't care about the icon. Oh my god. Alignments? Oh no. Select the track. Oh, MIDI input. It was just hidden. Alright, what the fuck is keyboard one? Well, obviously this thing's seeing MIDI input because I see it at the top of the screen there. Oh my good lord. I mean, every other time I just do new patch, insert it, pick my shit, and we go. But not this time. Okay. It's because I'm streaming and the thing knows it. So let's debug live on stream because this is fun. Oh, that's awesome. They got your MacBook fixed that quick? Oh, yeah, man. Especially when you're on the road, that'd be, like, concerning as hell, so it's cool they got it back. I'm gonna, like, just quit Mainstage. I feel like my MIDI controller should be showing up here as its usual name, which is Launch Key 61. Yeah, right here. So it says it's online. And like, if you look over here, I can... When that happens, and you go into that MIDI input menu, it shouldn't say keyboard 1. Unless keyboard 1. Check. Hey. Yeah, this sucks. I just want to play my keyboard. No assignment. Well, I don't really need assignments on those things. What if I do like drum machines? Like you see the pads hit lighting up. But no sound comes out. Alright, I'm gonna restart Mainstage, I guess, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing wrong here. Pissing me off. So I'll be back in a minute. Hello? Check. Hey. Get this gate back. Alright, check. Hey. Hey, check in. We're checking the mics. Oh, yeah. Alright. Got my noise gate. Still closing way too fast. Like, just way too fast. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, no. Okay, sweet. Check. Wouldn't mind a little bit of something on here. Check, yeah. Alright. Maybe a little less this, just a little. Oh my god. I've already, it's -6. Holy shit, what's this at? 8? Oh my god. That creeps up quick. I don't like to EQ that much, although if I can't hear it, until... I don't know, I have really shitty headphones on right now. But, anyways. Here, because we're good people, we're gonna put our high pass on. Although, how the hell do you get a fucking better curve? Oh, there you go. Oh my god. I'm so confused right now. Yeah, alright. So, where'd my keyboard go? Do I just have to be selected? Oh, I wasn't selecting anything. Okay. Alright, so if I have that, I should be able to go here and then create 2 auxiliary tracks. 2 stereo auxiliary tracks, no input yet. Although, can I set a bus input? Alright. Then yes. Although if it's stereo, I don't know why they don't have stereo buses, but let's just start at 10. Yeah, I know. Oh wait, I think we're gonna get it this time. Yes! Loop back! Oh, thank God. Alright. Now I have to just remember... Nope, that's not... I gotta remember which one's duplicate. There we go. It's option. Good to know. Sorry, I have to keep remembering to check chat. But yeah, when you were talking about how you do in-ears and stuff, yeah, that's the dream about how to do monitors, right? Where you have your own nice set of in-ears that's matching all the other in-ears, the right way. But yeah, most of the times I wasn't doing in-ears. I did a lot of just stage wedges and stuff. We had a regular 16 turbo sound wedges when they were just coming out at the time. Or actually, I don't know how old turbo sound is, but they were just getting more and more popular, I think, at the time. And they just released a new wedge that kicked ass, and we bought a bunch of them, and they were great. They survived longer than I did at my job, so kudos to Turbo Sound. But we did that. I had an M7, a Yamaha M7 that I did all the time. So I did the same things. I had my fucking stage wedge rocking out, and I would just go through everybody's mix and try to make it balance, and put a little bit more of them. It's a recipe for success. Although I'm way better at EQing and just audio engineering in general nowadays. Oh, you're talking about gain staging and all that? Oh yeah, the ambient mics, I've heard that too. I've never actually did that though. Because I never actually worked on an in-ear gig that was of that level. Where we had extra mic inputs for one. Yeah, I was typically a monitor guy just because my friend who got me the job was always doing front of house and we worked as a team pretty well. So he was there before I was, so he got dibs on front of house. Although I got to do plenty of front of house of my own, doing other gigs where he was off somewhere else on the weekend and I was doing some smaller gig, you know. But he's actually like the front of house guy for Hum. I don't know if you've ever heard of Hum. They're from Champaign. I don't know if they're still a big deal. They can still sell fucking tickets, that's for sure. I went to their show in Boston when they came through. Fucking place was packed. They tore it up. All right. So we got our loop back going. So we just need to make a couple buttons here in the layout mode. Oh, I don't think you can hear me in that mode. Well, shit, I'll be quick then. Hey, check. All right, so if you couldn't see what I was doing, I was just assigning those two different MIDI foot pedals. So that way, when I'm playing bass or whatever, I can just tap the thing and start the recorder. At least that's the idea. All right, so now we have these buttons that are assigned to MIDI foot pedals. We can go over here, and we'll just do the first two for now, because I only have two loopbacks going, but you'll go in here, then we'll click this button, and then go to map parameter here. And then, well, shit, I don't even know which one I want to do. I guess like play. But here, now that it's mapped, the important part was mapping it to that loop back. And now that I'm there, I think record is the one we actually want to use, so I'll set it to record. So now, here, I'll open this. So now if I hit this button on my pedal, it should start recording. Which it totally did not. It's like recording and playing. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I think there's something up with my pedal and how it works, because it also has been fucking up with the lights too. Let me try some other. Oh god, it's exciting. All right. Let's go. Okay, so now they're on keyboard buttons, so hopefully this works. Hit the button. No, it does the same. Fuck. God damn it. How does this shit work? I should have paid attention to the tutorial better. Maybe it has to be like already playing, but there's nothing to play. Oh my god. What if I go here? No. Start recording. Start playing? Just do anything? Piece of crap. Oh no, why did I do that? Might as well just look it up. How embarrassing. Did I see your whisper, like the one from last time, or did you just send another one? If so, I haven't seen it yet, no. Oh, you guys run a digital split? That's cool. I never got to use one of those. Oh, you got EAWs? Those are nice speakers. I remember liking all the EAWs I ever got to mix in. Oh my god. Alright, he makes a bunch of buttons. Assign the buttons, blah blah blah. I did that. Waveform controls. Do I need to? Edit tab and then live looper concert. Oh, that's just what he named it. Okay. Ah, shit. I don't know how to internet. I swear to God we're going to figure this out like tonight. Maybe. Oh, in the channel strips area, create 3 auxiliaries by clicking. Yeah, we did that. Okay. Set concert tempo after first take. Okay, I don't think that's really that important, but we'll do it. It still doesn't make it start friggin' recording. Like I can't even just hit it. It's so strange. Where was I? Let's go back to the tutorial. Snap controls of all loopbacks to off and make sure sync is set to on. Okay. That didn't do anything important. I don't think I need these waveform things. I think that's just if you want to see what it's doing later on. You can add that. record. Oh, so these has like a 3-button setup. Yeah, this is. I wish I set this up before the stream. This is a great tutorial. I wish I found it. Yeah, but why doesn't it fucking record? Like, none of this is telling me what I want to know. That doesn't sound like it. It's because I have like nothing feeding it, I guess. Where are my tracks? Alright, well I have these 2 aux tracks that are in the master section, so that they should come down to all the other sections too, but maybe not. Alright, let's try on the fucking patch level. Add a channel strip to auxiliary. No, what are you doing? Alright, got loop back, selecting the channel, clicking the button, selecting the channel. Oh my god, this is so frustrating, holy shit. Where's my map parameter? I should be able to click the button and then fucking map the parameter to the loopback, just like I did before. I might have to fight my computer. Okay, I can see it on this screen. Oh, because it needs to be unmapped, I guess. Oh, so I have to go back to the concert level, then select it, then it'll let me get rid of this shit. Then I can go back to patch level. Alright, map. Loop back. Record. Doing that, I guess. And then we'll do the other button to play. And we'll do this one to here, I guess. So do any combination of these fucking buttons get me anywhere? No, nothing is happening. Why will it not start playing? And as far as your whisper, no, I don't know anything about that. But it's interesting. Do I have, like, what am I not doing? What am I possibly fucking not doing? This is Apple. Everything's supposed to be super easy. It's just big buttons for idiots. Like, I'm supposed to play. Is it because I'm not feeding it anything? Let's try that. Like, I don't care if it doesn't record anything. Like, I'll route the audio later. Just start your recording process. Alright, so 7 to 10. Alright. So now will you not... Oh, alright. So it just needs to see signal. And then it'll fucking not be a dick. Oh my god. Thank God. It took forever. Alright, let's make some fucking music. I'm just gonna play drums, I guess, first. Well, here, I'll do keyboard since it's hooked up and we gotta figure out how this works, so... Let me move this pedal over. We gotta grab a drink here, Jesus. That's amazing. All right, check, check. Hey, check. Yeah, right, dude. I'll get my boys. I'll get you, man. I'm gonna bring a bat. We're gonna Office Space. All right. So do I not? I'm wondering if I'm like jacking up my volume here, but I have to go through all these auxes. Yeah, it's obviously getting louder, so... What is that? I hope that's the loop pedal. One thing I gotta do is make sure none of these keys accidentally trigger it somehow, but... I wish it would like loop when I hit stop like that. Oh my god. It's horrible. Let's clear this. What was... Do I have like a browser open? Where's it coming from? There's a fucking ghost in it. Wait, what is this shit? Oh, I got like 2 of them going. Oh, here's the ones I set up on the map. Okay, so I can use those still. Let's get rid of these 2. Goodbye. Yeah, get fucked. So is this one still? No, it's not. Okay. What about any of these pedals? Apparently they just play notes. Well, how is it looping if I didn't have anything mapped? Oh, I wonder if it was synced to the same group. I get it. Okay. I swear to God this is going to work this time. Here's our loop back. Click our button. Map. Record. Where was that signal coming from? Oh, it's just reverse. How do you clear this stupid thing? Oh, clear tape loop. Okay. So this button does jack shit. Alright, we're back to the foot pedal. Loop back one. Mapping to record. Done. Okay. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk anymore. I'm just going to wallow in disappointment. Enjoy your nights. No, I just fucking had this working, and now, like, the foot pedals, I just mapped it, and I click the foot pedal, and it doesn't do the button I just mapped it to. Why? Alright, this button with the A-sharp -1 that I'm clicking right now and mapping to this button here. Alright, there it goes. Alright, so when, let's see, play from start. Turn sync on. Now the important part is, let's see. I think it's this. Okay, it's not looping. I would like you to loop now. Alright, so maybe I have to hit the other button and map this to here. And that should make it loop. What? What is happening? Oh, it's because I wasn't doing it at the right level. Alright, it's a play stop. That should be all I need, hopefully. Let me do a click track. It's gonna really patch. I'd love to clear this one. Alright, that didn't work at all. We're off to a great start. Wait, why don't I have aux? I just had it. It's because I keep doing things on the stupid set level and then it's different than... Alright. Jesus Christ. Why doesn't it loop? It's a looper. Holy fuck. Oh, because I gotta change this. It's like I can't even edit it though. And like, why can't I just do it like Ableton? Dude, this is fucked. This is like way more frustrating and complicated than I ever thought it was going to be when we started this tonight. I think it's been like 2 hours. I haven't like recorded a single thing. How do you use this fucking piece of shit? I guess I should have watched all 18 minutes of fucking that dumb tutorial, but this really shouldn't be this hard. At all. Like, how did I lose... Every time I switch channels, I lose my send. Alright, there. It's sending to the loopbacks. I click here. I go back. It's not sending to the fucking loopbacks. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me in my balls? There's no, like, save. It's not supposed to be how this works at all. But it's still gonna do it, watch. Oh no, it totally didn't. Okay. Maybe I didn't have a save file and it had nothing to save to. There's been a lot of unexplained things tonight. So what if I want to play drums? Because I would like to play drums. Although, me getting a good loop down at this point, I don't know if that's going to happen. Because I don't even know how I'd start and stop it from the kit. Yeah, I'd have to do like keyboard first. Oh, I have this Behringer MIDI pedal. It's basically, you just assign like whatever MIDI controls you want it to have. So when I hit a pedal on the thing, it just sends a MIDI control or, MIDI message to my computer. And then I should be able to map that wherever. But so you can see sometimes it doesn't work as easily as you want it to. So fucking fizzy. Shit. Alright, we're just gonna go watch that video again, because I'm done with this. I've already wasted an hour and 40 minutes. Let's waste 20 more. Fucking best stream ever right here. Thanks for sticking around so long, Summit. You can fucking go if you want, I don't know if I'm going to accomplish anything tonight at this rate. But I appreciate you sticking around and filling the jar too, man. Thanks for that.
We got a little taste of the monitoring earlier. We can turn it, and those are all grouped when you go to map things under transport. We've also got, I wanted to show you one thing about the metronome. You may not know this, but you go to preferences and, bring that back up. Metronome, you can send it to a different output and you can adjust the volume, and you can also tweak the metronome as well. Classic electric piano. So what you're going to have out onto my layout workspace. So then I'm going to map them at the concert level. So come up here and click on concert. And then I'm going to map them to the beat count. And then I'm going to map this other one to the tap tempo, which will actually just show me the tempo. So now that we've got that set up, we are going to do something that's going to help us organize our concert and make things a little more efficient. I'm going to create a set with this patch in it. So I'm going to say new set from selection, and it's going to give me this set, and I'm going to call it loop back. And at this loop back level, I am going to create a couple objects, which are actually just going to be auxiliary channels with loopbacks in them. So this is just like another level that you can create things at and set different settings at. So like you could create these mappings to show the beat count and the tap tempo at the concert level, and they work throughout all your other sections of your concert. You can create things that exist at the set level. So I'm going to create 2 auxiliary channel strips, and they are going to have an input of bus 1, and that looks good to me. And I'm going to create them at the set level. That is correct. And I am going to, well, I have both of them highlighted. This is kind of a handy little thing. I can get my loop back here, and it creates 2 of them. So that's cool. I'm going to go down here and name this one LB1, and this one is going to call it LB2. And I've got LB1 up here. So you can see you got your name up there, so it makes it a little easier to keep track of what's going on. And then you can also hit this link, and I believe this will pop back and forth, yeah, between our 2. So when you select the different ones here, you can see this up here is changing. So not really specific to loopback, but handy little tip there. So let's go ahead and route some things to our loopback, and this is one other thing we have to do. I changed this to be bus 2, and we'll be sending audio on bus 2 to this loopback. So let's take a look at loopback 1. I've got LB1 up here. So you can see you got your name up there, so it makes it a little easier to keep track of what's going on. And then you can also hit this link, and I believe this will pop back and forth, yeah, between our 2. So when you select the different ones here, you can see this up here is changing. So not really specific to loopback, but handy little tip there. So let's go ahead and route some things to our loopback, and this is one other thing we have to do. I changed this to be bus 2, and we'll be sending audio on bus 2 to this loopback. So let's take a look at loopback 1 with our classic electric piano. So what you're going to have set up is a bit of a send from your instruments to bus 1 and bus 2. So typically they'll come in like this all the way down to silence. So you'll want to alt click, and that'll bring it up to full. So one setting change we want to make on loopback is monitoring. We don't want to really hear what we're playing through. Setting change we want to make on loopback is full. And this one is going to call. And then I'm going to map them to the. Hello, I'm Sam Green, audiopropeller.com. And we're going to be taking stripped everything out that I could. I'm inside this concert, and there's not too much going on. Stripped everything out that I could. So what we're going to do is we're going to first set up a few things to make working with these tempo and position-based plugins a little easier. So I'm going to come over to Layout and grab a couple parameter text controls and pull them out onto my layout workspace. So then I'm going to map them at the concert level. So come up here and click on concert, and then I'm going to map them to the beat count, and then I'm going to map this other one to the tap tempo, which will actually just show me the tempo. So now that we've got that set up, we are going to workspace. So then I'm going to map them at the concert level. So come up here and click on concert, and then I'm going to map them to the we're going to first set up a few things to make working with these tempo and position-based plugins a little easier. So I'm going to come over to Layout and grab a couple text, parameter text controls and pull them out onto my layout workspace. So then I'm going to map them at the concert level. So come up here and click on concert, and then I'm going to map them to the beat count, and then I'm going to map this other one to the tap tempo, which will actually just show me the tempo. So now that we've got that set up, we are going to do something that's going to help tap tempo, beat count, and then I'm going to map them to the beat count, and then I'm going to map this other one to the tap tempo, which will actually just show me the tempo. So now that we've got that set up, we are going to do something that's going to help us organize our concert and make things a little more efficient. I'm going to create a set with this patch in it. So I'm going to say new set from selection, and it's going to give me this set, and I'm going to call it loop back. And at this loopback level, I am going to create a couple objects which are actually just going to be auxiliary channels with loopbacks in them. So this is just like another level that you can create things at and set different settings at. So like you could create these mappings to show the beat count and the tap tempo at the concert level, and they work throughout all your other sections of your concert. You can create things that exist at the set level. So I'm going to create two auxiliary channel strips, and they are going to have an input of bus 1, and that looks good to me. And I'm going to create them at the set level. That is correct. And I am going to, well, I have both of them highlighted. This is kind of a handy little thing. I can get my loop back here, and it creates two of them. So that's cool. I'm going to go down here and name this one LB1, and this one is going to call it LB2. And I've got LB1 up here. So you can see you got your name up there, so it makes it a little bit easier to keep track of what's going on. And then you can also hit this link, and I believe this will pop back and forth, yeah, between our two. So when you select the different ones here, you can see this up here is changing. So not really specific to loopback, but handy little tip there. So let's go ahead and route some things to our loopback, and this is one other thing we have to do. Change this to be bus 2, and we'll be sending audio on bus 2 to this loopback. So let's take a look at loopback 1 with our classic electric piano. So what you're going to have set up is a bit of a send from your instruments to bus 1 and bus 2. So typically they'll come in like this all the way down to silence. So you'll want to alt click, and that'll bring it up to full. So one setting change we want to make on loopback is monitoring. We don't want to really hear what we're playing through loopback in the way I'm going to set it up. There are other ways to do it. don't want to really hear what we're playing through loop down to silence, so you'll want to Alt click, and that'll bring it up to full. So one setting change we want to make on loopback is monitoring. We don't want to really hear what we're playing through loopback in the way I'm going to set it up. There are other ways to do it. Hear what we're playing make on loopback is click, and that'll bring it up to full. So one setting change we want to make on loopback is monitoring. We don't want to really hear what we're playing through loopback in the way I'm going to set it up. There are other ways to do it, but this is how we're going to. So now when we play, we don't see a bunch of meters up here lighting up. So now that we've got everything flowing through here, I'm going to create one more thing, a button that I'm going to map to my controller here. I have a machine drum pad. I'm just going to quickly map that, and then I'm going to assign this to, at the set level, important, to loopback 1. You can see I didn't see those loopbacks, which is what clued me in that I was in the wrong spot. So I'm going to say loopback, transport, and then record. So now for my loopback, I will be able to press this button here and activate loopback recording. So I will turn that off and bring my loop back up. And you can see it's running along here. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to wipe out the loop that I just created with nothing in it, and we are going to take a look at the interface here. So you can see we've got a play button up here and a record button and a metronome and our output. So we're going to be interested in this play one and the metronome really right now. So when you start loopback running with Mainstage, it's something you kind of don't have to think about very often with when you're doing other, just playing keyboards or things like singing or playing your guitar through it. But in the background, Mainstage is running a internal beat clock, and this controls some third-party plugins and also some built-in plugins in Mainstage like loopback, playback, ultrabeat. So plugins that need to have an awareness of where they are in time and what the tempo is. So this beat clock gets that done. So we've got a tempo of 116 set up, and so you can see that's displayed here as well. And we've got 4/4, that's our meter, and we've got an unspecified length for our first loop. We can change that right now. We can change that to be a 1 bar, or we can change it to go all the way up to 32. And we're going to leave it unspecified right now. And when I hit play again, this is going to start our beat count over, and we can turn on the metronome with this button or with this button here, or you can assign it also. So I've got this sync set up to snap to the bar, so it's not going to start recording until we roll around to the beginning of the measure. So let's see that happen here. I'm going to hit record. Then we'll take the metronome off, and you can see we're still recording, so I can go ahead and overdub a little bit. I could turn it off and I could just play over top. I can also reverse. And we can undo. And sometimes we can't undo. You never know when you're going to be able to undo. It's best to try and undo right after you've done something, of course. So we're going to stop it. Oh, one more thing. We can have it fade out over the number of seconds we specify. So we can do it quicker at 2 seconds. And so what happens after that is you end up with a length of 2. So it's not like we had it set before where it was set to unspecified. So now I have it snapped to bar. I can say turn metronome back on. and it just is recording over this 2-bar length. So I didn't have to press stop. It kind of makes it a little easier to keep your hands on the piano. If you don't have a foot controller, it's easier to do all this stuff if you have a foot. But right now, I just got a button up here in front of me to make things a little simpler. Most people do have some kind of little drum pad they can do this kind of thing with. So those are the basic transport controls, and those are all grouped when you go to map things under transport. We've also got, I wanted to show you one thing about the metronome. You may not know this, but you go to Preferences and bring that back up. Metronome, you can send it to a different output, and you can adjust the volume, and you can also tweak the metronome as well, and make the different, have it make a different sound, and it can have more of a tonal. I think you do that right here. Show metronome. And you can change the sound of it there if it irritates you, and make it sound a little different. So let's hide that. So coming back to our original loopback, we have these synchronization settings here, and this is where things can get just a little bit confusing. Let's see first what setting the sync to off does, and then we'll clear this whole thing out. So now I hit clear and everything's gone. There's no beat markers. It looks like this thing just kind of bombed out, but it actually didn't. So what we're going to do is stop, and then we're also going to select this, set concert tempo after first take. So now this is kind of an interesting thing. I can play a little phrase and set my loop, and then set the whole concert tempo based on what I just played. So I'll try and do something like that. So we'll go. So it's kind of takes a bit of practice to get exactly right, but you can see my tempo has been switched to 107, and Mainstage has done a pretty good job with getting that right. And actually, it's not Mainstage doing it; it's kind of up to you to set the loop properly. So that set the length again, and it set the tempo, but we're still not in sync. So you can see that we just doesn't wait for the downbeat of the measure to come around. You've got to have sync on to have that wait for. So and starts on the 1 there. So once you have sync on, you can set your snap to the beat, so kind of the quarter note, or the loop. So that's the length here of my loop. And then we've got this play from setting here, which is an interesting setting. It lets your loop either play from the loop start every single time. So if you have a 2-bar loop, it will start from the beginning and snap up to the bar, and it'll just start at the beginning every single time. The second option is to start from the relative position, and so that's relative to the beat clock. So if you have a say 4-bar loop and your beat clock is at 2 or right before 2, and you hit play and it snaps to the bar, it will start playing at the second bar of your loop. So this lets you keep all of your loops in sync to each other, if that makes sense. If you have a longer loop that is 4 bars long and one that is 2, it'll let you always make sure that they come around and start together at the beginning of their loops, so you don't have a staggering effect. So let's take another look at that. So to illustrate the concept of play from start.
What's up, Lance? How you doing, man? Hell yeah, I'm ready for Rick and Morty. We're just sitting around watching this stupid YouTube thing about the loop back module for Mainstage because I'm dumb and I couldn't figure it out myself, and I wasted like a whole 2 hours doing nothing. So I'm just gonna watch this entire stupid video. But yeah, and I'm also drinking a beer. But yes to Rick and Morty, for sure. I love Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland.
Versus play from relative position. We'll take a look at this little drawing. We've got our Mainstage beat clock starting at 1, which was triggered by this. That start together at the beginning of their loops, so you don't have a staggering effect. So let's take another look at that. So to illustrate the concept of play from start versus play from relative position, we'll take a look at this little drawing. We've got our Mainstage beat clock starting at 1, which was triggered by this 4-bar loop 1 beginning. So you can see this is the beginning of loop 1, and it goes out for 4 bars, and then at 5 it's going to start looping again. So we've got loop 2, and it is set to play from the start of the loop. And we started it playing somewhere in here, and it synced up and started at 2. So its 1 is now going to align with loop 1's 2. So it is not lining up with 1 here. So it's going to go around, it's going to play the second half of that loop, and then it's going to loop around and play the beginning of that loop again on 4, and then you're going to have kind of a staggered repetition of these 2 loops, not lining up but overlapping. So loop 3 has been set to play from a relative position. So if we were to have started it at the same point as L2 and it kicked off at bar 2 of the beat clock, then it is going to start also at its second half. So it's going to come back around and loop at 3, and then proceed to play the rest of the loop. And then once we get around to 5, it's going to play from the beginning at 1, and it's going to line up with loop 1. Now that's most of the features in Loopback. You've got a couple others in here, kind of utilities. This is the little action menu here. You can export your audio you've created to use in another program, or you can import your tape loop. And one thing you may want to do is if you get something that's really cool in one of these, make sure you export it, because these loopbacks are pretty volatile and you may lose something. So we got a little taste of the monitoring earlier. We can turn it on or off, or only have it active during record. We can have different actions, make the loopback plugin do different things when the patcher set is selected. So if I were to pop into this set, then it could start playing my loop if I had something set up, or it could just start recording. So if you have a nice flow to your set and you want to keep things moving, then you can have everything set up to just make things happen like that. So and then you can also have it so when you press play up here, that certain things happen inside the loopback, that it'll do one of these actions. So let's turn that off, and which actually has no effect if we have sync on, so that's important too. If you're trying to get that to work where it sets your tempo, you have to have sync off, and you have to have that option, set concert tempo after first take, selected. So let's check out one other thing which I noticed, and which I think hopefully you'll like, is this group. So this is really cool. Let's bring up our other loop back here, and kind of bring them up both at the same time so we can see what's going on. So we've got a group, and we'll set this one to A, and we'll set this to B, and then we will, let's just let this guy play, and And then we'll come down. So we've got that little loop going there. And you can see it stopped the other one. Stopped group A, so this is like a choke. It chokes the other one off. And then I can come back here and play, and it chokes the other one off. So that's pretty handy. And I can also set them to be both the same group, and they'll start playing together. So pretty handy. The second loop down here is out of time, so doesn't sound that great, but you get the idea of what this can do. You can have, two loopers set up on group A, and then two loopers set up on group B. You could have maybe your drums going into the first looper, and your melodics going into your second looper, and you can, get some cool loops going, and then you can pop over and start, and then two loopers. Pretty handy. This. Set them to be both the same and play, and it chokes the other one off. So that's pretty handy. And I can also set them to be both the same group, and they'll start playing together. So pretty handy. The second loop down here is out of time, so doesn't sound that great, but you get the idea of what this can do. You can have, two loopers set up on group A, and then two loopers set up on group B. You could have maybe your drums going into the first looper, and your melodics going into your second looper, and you can, get some cool loops going, and then you can pop over and start recording in your second set of loopers, and those first two will shut off, and then you can cut back to your first set of loops. So you can, once you build things up, you can go back and forth, and there's less, it makes things less complicated, but because before you would have to stop your first set of loopers and start recording on your second set of loopers, and it was just really too complicated. So this makes it easier to have these loop back units really coordinate between each other and make them a little more intelligent and make them practical for live performance. So I'm pretty excited about what these things can do. I'm going to be doing a couple more videos showing you how to set these up, multiple loopers with multiple instruments, and how to, some looping techniques for live performance. And I hope you enjoyed seeing some of these details of the new loopback in Mainstage 3. Thanks for watching.
Don't have to actually go, which is right and left. So I have, as you can see, different on the click on the bottom row. So I have. So that's that one. So we have play, stop, and group. So we can play
intro 2, 3, 4.
So that's that one. play group 2.
Intro. 2, 3, 4.
So I have, as you can see, different groups set up. So I have 1 to 5. Most people aren't running more than 5 loops on a go. If you wanted to, though, you could probably set them up on the bottom row of this. As I don't have those mapped, I have the Korg Nano Control 1, so it doesn't have that third button. So I'm not really using it. Also, for these guys, these are the track controls right here that I set up. I mean, you can use these controls in whatever way suits you best. I have them set up to control the individual tracks. So we can actually move our fader here. So you can see group 1. So if I'm playing group 1, this is on the click.
Intro. 2, 3, 4.
This thing. Have my speakers all jacked up. Alright, I think I have a sort of handle on what was going wrong before. But yeah, my wife is usually upstairs doing stuff. But she's also like goes to bed early. So like she's already been in bed for like an hour. But she's cool as fuck. She like does statistical genetics. Oh, good dog. Yeah, dude. Same. Fucking super duper same. Alright, let me wander back over and see if I can make some music finally. Let's get rid of this. Mute this mic off. Why did it make 2? That's crazy. Hey. Hey, oh yeah. Oh yeah, hey. Checkity hey did you check? Can I just have like a limiter? Do I gotta like do this myself? Check, hey. Here we go. Makeup gain through the roof. All I want is makeup gain. Sweet. Okay, so I think I have this all set up just like dude had it in the video. I was doing that as I was watching the video on my other monitor. Let's see, so I gotta zero these out, and now they're sending to these loopbacks, but they aren't coming through because I turned the monitoring off. Alright, now I definitely want them to be synced. Snap to bar is fine. I figured out you have to like, so that you click on this and then you like drag the mouse up and down. That's how you set this length. Oh, I was just gonna say like you can't just click in there and fucking get it to let you set a length, but I guess you can. I just didn't get it to do this last time somehow, even though I clicked on it frantically. But I guess if you double click it, you can edit the number. Okay, so if we set it to the 2 lines like this, it should be undefined, and then it should just set whatever length And then we're on snap to bar. And then I made this little counter here. You probably can't see it, but so we'll start the metronome. Now the foot pedal should start recording for me. And it didn't. So I guess we have to map that still. Here's our button. And I'll open loopback. Map parameter to record. Not the first rodeo here. So I don't know why that guy in the video, he just mapped it to record. He didn't seem to have to map it to stop or anything like that. Let's see if that works like that for us. Alright. Let me go back to this patch. Yeah, I don't think that worked. Because it just made a poopy noise instead of... Oh, it seems to be recording. But it doesn't seem to want to stop. Oh, there it goes. Alright, so... So let me see if my foot pedal's really mapped or what the hell's going on here. And everything should be at... This is the problem, like everything gets mapped at two different levels. Because the patch level is different than the set level, which is different than the concert level. Because if you want something to happen over like all bunch of patches, you set it up here, and it overrides everything below it. But it seems like you can cause conflicts. So, okay, so when I click this, it says override set. So that means I have it mapped at the set level, which is what I want. And then, okay, so this one even has... Oh, there's the map parameter. So let's see what it's actually fucking... So, yeah, loopback 1. Then we want to do loopback... Synchronization? No options? There's a lot of stuff. Basic information. No, I don't want any of this. What the hell happened? So here's LB1. I'll open it and then we'll just do map record. Get out of my way. All right, so what is this one? It's not non-automatable, but we're automating it. Okay, transport, then record. And this button. Here, let's clear this loop. I guess. Doesn't seem to let me, which is amazing. Like, now I can't adjust anything. What the fuck? Is it because I'm at set level? Do I need to be at this level? There's no loopbacks at this level. Clear tape loop, please. I guess I want to group these together too. So here, group A, group A. Let's go down here and see what the deal's with these ones. So this one's like currently running. That's odd. Alright, clear loop. Okay. So did we clear all the mappings out of... Alright, I think we did. So if you go to set, this is correctly mapped to loop back one record. Alright, now that we're mapped there. So let me get this going. And this should just work, hopefully. Alright, I did the loop, but it doesn't seem to be stopping. Or looping. Which is not very good. Or maybe it just never saw input. Okay, so that's... But what I don't get is why this thing won't fucking do the right thing. Alright, you need to fuck off. Sorry. I swear a lot. Mapping. Alright, so it does record. But I guess I also want it to like stop too. Can I like do that? I just want it to be a one button thing. I don't know how to... Oh man. Well, my fucking bus sensor back down. Now we're doing this shit again. Alright, so I'm setting these things, so maybe this will help us figure out what the hell's going on here. Alright, so now if I go to this level, so I should be able to start the metronome and start recording. Oh, wait. So, hold on, I need to see. Do I have... Alright, so on this level, I just need to make sure these sends are going. Alright, here we go. So I don't know why it did 4 bars. But oh my god, we did a loop. Alright, so 2.5 hours in and we're looping. Good times. Alright, so now I want to know what the deal is. What's the deal with loopback? Because what if I didn't want 4 bars? So let's clear this out. So there should be no length, so it shouldn't force me into any commitments here. What the fuck? Oh, I was recording into this one too, shit. Oh, because I have these grouped. So here, we'll just do this. And now they won't both record at the same time. Fuck off. I don't even know how you started. Oh, wait, I do know how you started recording. Never mind. Never mind. Just clear it out. Alright, now what's this guy doing here? Just clear it out, bro. You don't need this. You're good. Okay. Don't. This is like a stick song. Oh, I love it. So I wonder if it stops sync too. No, it does not. Oh wait, yeah, I guess it does. Oh my god, we're doing it. We're looping. I'm so proud of myself. Alright. So what if I add like a drum kit now? If I'm like new patch time, bro. Oh, where'd my loop go? Why did the loop stop? Why is it in record mode? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you have to do some like crazy audio routing to get it to sit in the set level, because that's what happened. Is I just switched to a new patch, but my loops went away. Also, this thing's still lit up. I have no idea why. I guess it's just like ready to go. This one should be nothing, so we didn't touch it. Okay, good. But, like, why aren't there loopbacks in this? They should be on the set level. Like, here they are. Why do they not go into my track right now? That makes no sense. So I guess I'm just going to destroy these two. Although it doesn't seem like I can. I don't get it. They're on the set level because you can tell by the way the tracks are. Well, maybe you can't. Alright, so there goes those. So now when I go to classic piano, there's no loopbacks. And this should be a drum kit. Alright, so let's try to put them at the set level again, apparently. So I don't know if I need like a track, another auxiliary track here that eventually feeds the loopbacks that I just send everything else to. I think that might be how it needs to work. So let's just make like 4 aux tracks. Input. Just do input 1. Fan them out later. Alright. So this will be bus 2. This will be 3. Oh, this will be 4. So now if I send to bus 1 and 2, well, if I just send to bus 1, I want it to feed a loop back. So I guess I'll send this to bus 3. Although it just seems like it's a useless send. But I don't know if it just, you need everything on the set level kind of thing. That's what I'm guessing. Then we can make the loop back here. We'll just make 1 for now. Alright, so snap, sync, snapped bar, loop start. No group, monitor off. Sweet, okay. And then this button should be unmapped. It is. So do aux3 loopback, non-automatable, transport, record. Saved value, I don't know what that means. Let's see. Maybe this will do what I want. Oh, here, let me map this. So let's see, if I look in the loop back up here, do I see it? Yeah, it's still all like disabled. So I still have to go to like the patch level one. Alright, that didn't seem to work. What happened to my fucking... I just set these. Oh my god. What a piece of shit. Alright, so that goes to here. Then we don't really want to see this. So I guess this will have to be pre-fader. Which should feed the loop back. Alright, so yeah, I see it now, finally. Alright, so let's look at this loop back. Let's turn this shit off and just clear it out. Alright. Oh, it didn't loop. Why did you not loop? Alright, so something's fucked with that setting, apparently. So let's go here, look at this. I think it was probably because I did this shit. So let's fix this. Go back to piano. Loop back. I need to set up a thing to clear this. Alright. Did it kill my auxes again? Why does it do that? Why on earth, like, would you ever just... Why would you not save those? What the fuck is your problem? Is it because I had the thing like playing? No, they're still gone. What? I've never seen it do this. This is crazy. I mean, I guess the save is what I gotta do. Yeah, the save. I guess I have to save it. I thought it like auto saved that. Or at least it should just save it in RAM. Like, why would it save that to a file before it let me have the chance? Oh my god. Okay. Getting to know you. So let's set up another button. Alright, so then this button, if I go up here... Ooh, it'll be the same. Let's see, aux 3, loop pack... and clear. Sweet. So now I shouldn't have to go into the fucking plugin anymore. Sweet. Although I don't like how it's... So what if I hit that? Oh, good. Then it takes it out of record. So I just gotta double tap it, basically. Alright, so I hate this. So I hit the other one, and it's gone. Perfect. And I just start again. Cool. So now I want to do another instrument. So here we have to route all this stuff. Let's do this pre-fader. We'll set up another loop back. Sing, snap to bar, play from loop start. So I don't know if I want to group. I think I do want to group these. Or maybe I don't really care at this point. Oh, let me look at this one. It's not grouped. Well, I guess if I want the controls to control all of them. Yeah, so maybe I do want them grouped. So now if I hit record on one of them, it should make them both record. Oh, Summit. Yeah, man. I'll see you later if you haven't already left. I'm sure you probably already did. I didn't even read chat for a while. But yeah, man. I should probably turn Devil around in my background, too. But yeah, it's working. So, fucking... We did it. Finally. I just gotta fine-tune it a little bit. Need to get... That thing's all up in my business. Alright, there. Now I can see both the fucking... No. Alright, so let's go back to the set level. We have 2 loopbacks, so if I do this, I can set this one to loopback 4. Turn that monitor off. Okay. So let's test this out. Go to patch level. Here, I gotta turn this on. Here, let's save it. So now the piano should send to both. Oh, you God. I don't know why it keeps recording after you, like, hit stop. That's dumb. But, okay, so it's going to both tracks, so that's cool. Really, I only want the piano in this track, so let me mute this. And here, we'll clear. There, that's a lot smoother this time, because I didn't try to double it. Oh shit, I guess I can't hit the pedal quick. Let's try it again. Shit. I keep hitting the other notes. I don't know why. Alright, but that's good enough. So my point was, now I should be able to go click over to my drum set, and the loop's not stopping, thank God. Alright, so my drum set, I should be able to do bus 2. Okay, well that just seemed to kill everything. Why? Well, maybe it's just because I changed something. I don't know. There, I think that's gonna help. Although it didn't do shit. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on right now. Like, why isn't this other one playing? Who knows? Oh, now it starts. Oh, so I get what I just can't have it on another patch, so I guess I just have to have all my instruments on this set. So I'll just make another instrument channel strip, and then drum kit designer. I like the East Bay. that's not good. So probably have to limit that somehow. Here we go. Fucking finally. Alright, no, not all. So give me... some notes. But what I want, I should be able to fucking go in and choose what MIDI input I want on these channels. So I want this one to be the launch key. But I want this one to be the fucking drums. Shit. But that should come in the Pro 24. So hold on, let's go back. I guess I can quit that, huh? I don't know what I'm doing. As usual. Yeah, I don't even know how to separate my shit now. This sucks. Alright, so if I did this right, I just set my drums to be channel 2 through the Pro 24. So that way I can separate it from my keyboard. Alright. I don't know what any of this shit is. Holy fuck. Yeah, whatever. Settings, name. change this to like notes? Or just how about any? Yeah, controller. That sounds great. That sounds wonderful. Alright, let's save. So now if I go to this piece of shit. Oh, that'll, yeah, screw me. There we go. Alright, workspace. So let's get rid of this entirely. Alright, so if I pick this, yeah, keyboard should be just the launch key. And then if I go here, I should be able to pick apparently nothing. I don't want to, for some reason they're like associated to this stupid keyboard element. And they should not be. Like, instrument 3 should not be in this fucking layer editor right here. I'm just gonna get rid of this stupid thing. Okay, does anything work? Oh, yeah, it works fine. Alright. So does my MIDI selection make sense now? It just says keyboard. So, no. What the fuck? No! You piece of shit. Why does this say keyboard? Why doesn't it have my MIDI options? Oh, I'm gonna start punching computers. Swear to God. I swear to God. I'm so angry right now. This fucking pedal makes it so awkward to stand here. Like I have to like do this stupid rock pose. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn something on. check. Dude, what the fuck? I can't even get the drums to like make noise now. This is the worst shit ever. Oh, they're great. Oh, what's up, listen on the track? How you doing? Yeah, I should make a trap beat. That would solve all my problems right now. I'm just trying to get this fucking loopy shit to work. Just dicking with Mainstage, basically. I have Ableton. It runs my light show. I know that. You fucking idiots. Yay. Oh, cool. What kind of synth is that? I've been collecting some synth plugins lately. Alright, let's see if this fucking piece of shit works. Oh, it's set sends, so I need to send bus 1 for the piano, bus 2 for the drums. Crank them up. Let's save real quick. Oh, it was horrible. Oh, I didn't loop. No. Dude, I was fucking way early that time. Oh, why are you giving me the business? This fucking is pissing me off now. Starting to piss me off. I wonder if I have to like reset the loop length each time. So even though I cleared it, it still like has its own fucking loop in there. It's weird. What about this one? Yeah, what the fuck is that about? Alright. Still hit a wrong note, but whatever. Alright, so now I should be able to go to the drums and loop there too. Oh shit, I was still to record. Alright, so hopefully I can just do this one and clear just that loop. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do is set up my Alesis pad with one of the notes is going to act as a record stop mapping. So hopefully that'll work. Alright, so let's stop this for a second. Go into there. Assignments and mappings. Actually, no, hold on. So this button here, mappings. So I basically want to do another mapping. And well, wait, no, I don't need to do it here. There, that should fix that. Let's get rid of this one. I guess I can't, so it's just here now. Okay. It's weird. So I need to go to layout. I wish I could assign two things to that button. I'm not sure how I can. I bet you can do it somehow, but for now, I'm just going to use this pedal instead. shit. Ruined. Nope. 2. There we go. All right. So turn record mode off. I don't know when I started recording. I must have hit the pedal by accident. Because I put the pedal down by my bass drum, so I might actually just slammed on it. God, all these loops are horrible. I don't know why they don't have a button for that on the front panel. That's horrible UI design. like how it says, like, I'm writing for my album right now. They're gonna come in like, this is it. Yeah, this is the best album ever. Alright, folks. Probably not the best night, but we achieved a loop. I was hoping to achieve like some good quality loops, maybe. But that didn't happen. So maybe next time, now that we have everything set up, it seems, I'll actually be able to get some stuff done instead of just fucking around with tech stuff for 3-4 hours now. When do we start? I don't know. But yeah, it's been fun, and I guess I'll see you next time. So sayonara.